welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. Today we're speaking with Dr. Lawrence Lenior of the Genesis Network, and we're going to talk about is ICE coming to your neighborhood? Oh my God, I've been out of town, so I haven't read any news, heard any radio. I didn't even listen to Luther on the radio. Okay, so you know I was having a good time. I'll tell you all about it later. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get this party started.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network.
Canaglobe, that is an organization that we have joined in order to raise funding for our projects, the homeless project where we help feed the unhoused, also for our teen talent contest. And they say, Zelda, you selling cannabis? No, we're not selling cannabis. If that's what you want, that's what you do. But I'm a senior. I have aches and pains. I don't know about you. So I got me some watermelon gummies and I got some shrooms. I don't have them problems anymore. And it just makes my whole workload a whole lot easier. Because, we sit in chairs all day. We're not moving. And it is that lack of movement that causes more anxiety and inflammation in our joints, and like our knees and hips and stuff like that. Anyway, I said all that to say this: if you would like to get more information on how to be take part of that, you can always text me at 312-383-9749. And you can also go to the website that is listed right here on the page. Thank you so very, very much for joining us this morning on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web. And for those who are on the audio line and can't see us, the website to is for shift.store/higher learning network. And you can find out a whole lot more there. But right now, you're going to find out a whole lot more about what's going on today. Happy Earth Day, birthday, born day. If you're celebrating a birthday, we're celebrating it with you. And a special happy birthday to my girl, Deborah Wright Peterson Smith. I celebrated her while I was on my 7-day Be It Wiz cruise. Y'all know I'm an addict, right? Just got to have me some Be It Wiz in my life, some kind of way. So, celebrated her birthday, and it's on my blog. I'll show it to you later. I just want to say that happy birthday to you. Oh, and happy birthday to my big brother, Patrick Bradley. His birthday is October 13th. That's next Monday, but I just had to send a shout out this week anyway. And I'll be posting that information as well. I would like to take this time to spend some time with you and give you the morning inspiration from my fellow journalist, Mike House, who always sends me the information that I need to share with you. And thank goodness I cleaned my glasses out so I can see today. And that word comes from Jeremiah 29:13, and it says, zeal motivates my growth. Deep within is a pleasant desire to grow, and this desire serves as a spark of motivation. New Thought author William Warch, best known for his book, The New Thought Christian, an introduction to the life-changing concepts of New Thought, states that zeal is your spiritual appetite. It makes you care about your spiritual progress and fully embrace your spiritual thoughts and feelings. My spiritual faculty of zeal pushes me to a greater awareness of my Christ self. From this urging, I experience the joy of being one who is chosen of God to represent God. I look forward to and I am excited about the direction that zeal is taking me. I am encouraged to spend more time in prayer, meditation, and in the silence. This is where I receive additional guidance and direction. Now y'all see why we get quiet and listen. Mhm. This guidance assures me that I am able to overcome any and all obstacles that may arise while I am on the path and in the process of growing spiritually. Thank you. Zeal in me, through me, and around me, through the Christ within. And so it is. And so it is. And when ye shall seek me with all your heart, you shall find me, says the Lord. Yep, Jeremiah 29:13. And that is your word for the day. And we always want to start out with the word for the day so that we can remind you that if you are having some challenges, please know that those challenges came to teach you a lesson. I know most of us don't want to be bothered with the lessons. So I completely understand. Okay, had some tea this morning. I think I'm drinking red orange this morning, and it is delicious. No sugar. How you do that, Zelda, with no sugar? Because, honey, I like cookies and cake and pie, and that's how I want my sugar. I don't want it in my tea. I like to taste the flavor of tea. Anyway, I digress. It is now time for our Monday morning mindfulness. What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all know I'm tired. I got in this morning at 1:00, went to bed at 2. I'm up at 7, so I'm a little foggy this morning, but thank you for your patience with me this morning as we begin the process of de-stressing with breath. I just say breath? De-stressing with your breath. Okay, see, be careful what you let come out of here because I don't know what I just said. Anywho, today's show is sponsored by itex.com. If you're a business owner or an entrepreneur and you have products or services to sell and you're not a member of itex, you're throwing money down the drain. So you need to get started by going to chicago.itex.com. Use my name, Zelda, and you can get $100 and go shopping right away. And that reminds me, saying Zelda, that's what Richard Piquet used to call me on radio when he was going off the air and I was coming on the air. But I forgot to mention that it's Herb Kent, the cool gent. I think his birthday was yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure. But I'll post it on my blog later and show you some pictures of all that good stuff. Anyway, it is now time to de-stress with breath. We're going to, and that's all we're going to do. So sit up straight in your chair, feet flat on the floor. Nothing in your hands, nothing in your heart, but that of love and compassion. I'm talking about me because I got some issues. So let us be reminded that from time to time, as you are de-stressing with breath, you are going to hear a little sound that goes like this. And it's not to shock you, it's to remind you. Bam! That's going to remind you to get out of here and get in here. Okay? But before we do that, as I mentioned before, Herb Kent, the cool gent, Yvonne Daniels, Richard Piquet, yes, they've all gone on, but we still have memories of them. So that's why I always say giving thanks to the ancestors, because the ancestors of radio are with us. Yes, they are. That's why I got a little water. Go pour a little bit in. Get a little dirt here. Give them a little pot of dirt. And you should have a pot of dirt too. And why should I have a pot of dirt, Zelda? Because you need it to come in from outdoors and put your feet in it. If you haven't been in the grass or in the dirt or in nature all day, you need to do that to help calm you down, to help build your immune system, to give you power and energy that you may have not had. Because chances are you get in, you tired. Okay, so I understand. So what we do is pour a little dirt. Pour a little dirt. I am not discombobulated this morning. I am just fine. Romans 4 and 17. Speak on those things that are not as though they were. That's what I'm doing. Because I'm tired of fumbling over my own words. Okay. So thank you, my ancestors, for being here with me this morning and reminding me as we give you a little water. Yeah, because without you, we wouldn't be here. Don't take but a drop. Thank you for the power to be and for speaking through us this morning. Ashe. Ashe. And that, now that I've shared that with you, let me share this with you. You ready? Get set. Here we go. I take a little oil right here. Today I'm using lavender because I need to relax and I want to lay down and take a nap, but I know that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to use some lavender this morning. So you get you some essential oils too. Don't believe nothing I say. Read up on it. Check on yourself. Anyway, here's a little drop. Don't need but one because it's powerful. Just one drop. One. Where'd the top go? It's over here. So, oh, there it is right there. Lavender is really good for relaxation. If you are stressed out, baby, you want some lavender in your life, especially sprinkle it just a little bit is powerful over your bed. But right now it's in my hands. So I go rub my hands together. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Here we go. Oh, yes. Inhale. Oof. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that. As Jody Susan of Susan Essentials, who has the best oils on the planet, would say, I'm getting the downloads. So that's why we're de-stressing with breath this morning. And from time to time, you're going to hear this sound right here. When you do, don't be alarmed. It's not a fire alarm. You simply get out of here and get back in your head, in your heart. Okay? So close your eyes. You should not be looking at me, but the inside of your eyelids. This is all I should see right here. Eyelids. Okay? So we're going to inhale deeply and exhale. Once more, inhale deeply and exhale. And then I want you to inhale once more. Bring those arms up in the air and wave them like you really do care and clap. Clap, 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 clap. Bam, 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 bam. Get that lymphatic system moving this morning because you've been asleep all night. Even though I ain't had but 2 hours of sleep, I've been still. I have seen so many Black women come up with cancer. I even saw, especially breast cancer. It's October, which is Cancer Awareness Month. And we have to remember that if we're not walking and exercising, honey, we got to get this lymphatic system moving some kind of way. So you pat, 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 pat. And that's what you do. Still breathing. Pay me no mind. Just breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in through the nose once more. Hold it. And exhale. And I'd like you to take your right hand and put it on top of your forehead and your left hand and put it on your heart. And breathe in. And exhale. Now take your left hand, put it on top of your heart and your right hand and put it on your belly. Why are you looking at me? You should be doing this. Okay. All right. And breathe in. And exhale. Giving thanks for the power of the breath. You are not on an inhaler this morning. And if you are, it's okay. But you have the power. You're not on a lung machine. You have the power to breathe on your own. And what a blessing that is. As we inhale, bring those arms up. And then bring them down. And rotate those shoulders from side to side, front and back. What did I say, side to side? No, front and back. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Giving thanks that are always at the right place at the right time as you continue to breathe in and as you continue to breathe out. Once more, inhale deeply and exhale. And just sit and be with the quiet this morning. And my phone is pinging off the chain. For those of you, I appreciate your comments that you want to text me individually, but please don't. Please post your comments on our YouTube page or our Facebook page. Doesn't matter, but I prefer YouTube. So go to our YouTube page, Higher Learning TV Show. Okay, inhale and exhale. And as you exhale, bring your head down, chin to chest, and slowly rotate that head to the left. Slow down, moving too fast. You should just be getting to the back and then over to the right. I want you to feel each increment in your neck as you do that. All right, head to the front, head up, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, bring your head down, chin to chest, and roll that head around to the right, back to the left, and slowly bring it around to the front. Inhale deeply. And exhale, turning your head to the left as far as you possibly can, blowing it out. Feeling stretch on the right side of the neck. Feel good. All right, bring that head back around. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, turn your head to the right. Feeling stretch on the left side of the neck. Yeah, that feels good. And bring it back. Eyes still closed, I hope. Inhale deeply. And exhale once more. Inhale once more. And exhale. And just breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. And continue breathing in and breathing out as you experience this. So let's watch it together. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness. As we travel through the highways and byways of life, we're not always sure which direction or path that we should take. Inhale deeply and exhale. Giving thanks for the power of the breath. It is the breath that will keep us in times of chaos and confusion. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. Whether you go left or you go right, the choice is always yours. You can always see us on all social media at Higher Learning TV Show. And when we come back right after this quick break, we will be joined by our very own Dr. Lawrence Lenior of the Genesis Network. So stay close and we'll be right back. You'll be glad you did. Is Monday morning a struggle to get out of bed into the swing of things? Well, don't worry, you are not alone. Join us for thought-provoking, stimulating, and mindful conversations on Higher Learning with ZeldaSpeaks for your Monday morning mindfulness sessions on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution, Mondays, 7 until 9 a.m. Be sure and send your ideas, thoughts, comments, and suggestions. Also, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, visit ZeldaSpeaks.com and send us your info. We'd love to have you. Experience mindfulness moments with the mindfulness/stress relief coach, Zelda Speaks. And thanks for sharing the mindfulness moment tip of the day. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next session of mindfulness on Higher Learning with Zelda Speaks. Make it a mindful day. And thanks for listening. Thank you so much for joining us back here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web, as we are joined by our very own Dr. Lawrence Lenior, who is welcome to the stage, Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Well, good morning, and God bless you. It's truly an honor. I hear a lot of static.
It is
okay.
Yes, sir.
Now it's no static. There we go.
No, that wasn't static. That was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, as I was saying, it's truly an honor to be here in the presence of not only yourself, but my sister Natima and the people that are watching, and it's my hope and my prayer that people continue to receive the information that you share with them, which is holistic, not only mentally and information far as the current climate of the country and the world is, but also spiritual and physically helpful. You are like the Walmart of the women's world. And us women are trying to tag along so we can get ourselves right also.
I heard it all. Oh, that's a good one. Dr. Leno, I think you missed another call, and you're a man of God, but I think you missed your comedian caller, because I ain't never heard that one. Women, well, thank you for that laugh. I appreciate that. You know what? Because I realized I watched a documentary on health. You get a little older, So there's something, I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like in our gut that needs to bounce every day. And if you're not exercising or walking or something, it doesn't get what it needs to give us what we need. And so that's what laughter does. It helps us make that, whatever that organ or body part is, and it makes it bounce. So that's why I always listen to watch comedy before I go to bed, because I know I'm not getting ready to go run a mile. So I just, say that. And thank you all for sending me these texts, but please don't text me during the show. Text me and put your comments on YouTube, Higher Learning TV show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So as Les Brown would say, it's a plump, pleasing pleasure to have you here, because I know that you are a man who is aware of what's going on in the world. So for those who don't know, I am an addict in a good way, I think. I have, I like playing bid whist. That's my, some people drink, smoke, gamble, whatever. I like playing bid whist. So I found out there was a 7-day bid whist cruise, and I lost my mind. And let me tell you, baby, the first night I played from 9 o'clock at night. I think we got there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No, we got there at 3. We played till 1:30 in the morning.
Wow.
That's 10 hours. That's an addict. And I realized that. And no, I am not going to a BA. That's Bid Whist Anonymous. I am not going to that. No, I'm not. I'm just going to remain an addict, because it just brings me joy, because I spank booty. That's what I do. And I met some folks there who spank booty. So I got a couple of Bostons ran on me, but believe I ran a couple of, okay? So if you look on my page, and I'm going to pull it up in a little bit and share that with y'all, because I had a ball. But I just want to share that with you, because, people need a little laughter in their life. So that's what that's all about. But as you were saying, I'm sorry, I digress. I go there. I'm still, what you said this morning, I got a little brain fog. What did you say about
jet lag?
No, yeah, please repeat that. Go right ahead.
I said you might have jet lag or ship lag. Yeah. Some of us are lagging every day without going in. Sometimes we think too much about things that we can't control, and we get that kind of lag.
Yeah, and that's a serious lag, and that's exactly why we're having this show today, because when I asked you, I'm like, okay, Lawrence, what we gonna talk about today? And you told me what happened about ICE. I'm like, I didn't know. I haven't read any news. I didn't want to see no news. And then I come home and find this out, and I'm like, what? Are you serious? Yeah. Do you see this lady's house? This is our blog. So if you go to tumblr.com/higher learning TV show, you'll see where it says HLN Daily News and the Higher Learning Network TV show. Is ICE coming to your neighborhood? And when I saw this lady's apartment, why did they have to go into the house? That's what I want to know. Why did they have to go inside of somebody's house and tear it up like that? What is that about? Can somebody help me out? Oh, and if you all want to call in this morning, we'd love to hear what you got to say. 727-731-5192. 727-731-5192. Can you tell me why, Dr. Lawrence? Why?
Well,
From
what the news reports say, they were targeting members of a gang, not an American gang, but a gang from another country that is spread out through this country. They arrested 37 people, and anyone, whether they were an American citizen or not, including some of our people who had active warrants, they detained them as well. My concern is for the children that are left behind. This is certainly not the first time that we have seen this in history. It happened with Hitler in Germany. It happened in America during the World War, where the Asians were put in concentration camps. But my point, and it's happened all over the world, it's happened all throughout time. It's just history repeating itself during our time on this planet. But my thing is, we always invest. We look for banks to put our money in so that we could have more money tomorrow or next year. We invest in the stock market. We invest in different franchises. We invest our time and effort in our educations, paying back student loans, trying to get to the next level for our future. However, the bottom line is our future is in the children. And how does this detention and deportation affect the children who are left behind? Now, not only the children of those who are whisked away, because we don't know what happens to them, because as we've seen in the news, some of them are innocent. They're not part of a gang. But what about the children even who witnessed this? Can you imagine being a 9-year-old child and seeing your best friend's parents abducted out of their house by force and taken away and never seen again? And you don't know if it's going to happen to you next, because I would tell you, while we sat around watching it happen to our brown brothers and sisters, they came at us on 75th and South Shore. Now, that's just one step. They have done this all over the country. Now, I'm not getting political because it doesn't make a difference who did it, whether it was Trump or Trump's administration or anybody else. The fact is, what are we going to do about it? Certainly, the citizens of the country taking up arms or either trying to fight ICE, it is ridiculous, because we will be slaughtered. They have the authority to do that. They will consider themselves under attack. They will kill at will. So just as they came and attacked us through the administrative process, we need our leaders or people in the know legally to put us in a position to fight back administratively, not through a long process. But they're out there trying, but the public in general doesn't know this, and it's still going on. But in the meantime, we have children who are suffering from anxiety, fear, depression, attachment disorder, their behavior declining, their self-esteem and the parentification, which is when the oldest child has to take on the role of the parent. A lot of our people have been like that. When the steel mill closed down back in the late 60s, early 70s, and on into the 80s, a lot of people, black people, black men lost their jobs. And so the women had to go to work. And that's when all of the administrative schools popped up and CNA schools and black women started bringing money into the household. And so therefore usurping the authority of the black man, because we weren't counseled on how to handle that. We were taught, you're the man, make the money, take care of your family. Now you're not making the money, and you don't know how to emotionally balance that because your wife is making the money now and she wants some say so. She's not going to cook every day. How come you can't wash the clothes sometime? So now this affecting the children because both parents are gone, and we create these latchkey children, and the oldest child say, well, I'm taking over while they're gone to work. And when they come back, now I'm back in the child's place. And so that we know that affected them as they grew older. But what about this travesty that's happening now? How is this going to affect our future? Because these children left behind, and the children who witnessed this are going to be our next alderman, our next mayor, our next president, our next bank CEO, our next pastor. These are our future.
Say that.
So we need to focus on supporting them, encouraging them, and creating a village, a proverbial village, so that we can rest assured that their future is going to be in their hands, and this won't happen again to the black and brown community.
Lord have mercy. You just said a mouthful. Because when I think about what you said about the children, they have experienced trauma and they have not received any therapy.
Right.
They have not had a chance to, even at home, express how they feel because they might get the teeth knocked out.
That's right.
So what do you do with all that frustrated and that anger? Right. You bottle it in, and then eventually it comes out and you explode on somebody.
And we also have to look out the distractions. I call it being that we are attracted to the distractions.
Okay.
We have to look out for how spectacular the distractions are. See, if we recall, first our distraction was Trump. Trump comes up in the news, whether it's overthrow and murders of federal employees and politicians in the White House by Trump followers, or whether or not it's something about him and Epstein. Trump is always there as a distraction. Next comes Diddy. That's a distraction. Now that's not enough. Here we come with ICE. The distraction has to be in your community. So what are they trying to distract us for? That's what we have to look at. They've got our attention. Now they're getting us our attention physically because we are scared that we're going to be next. Who in America, except for a certain select group of people, can sit at home and relax knowing that ICE is in their city? As a matter of fact, my daughter told me, she said, Dad, you need to stay out of Chicago for a while because you light skinned and you got straight hair. It's good to don't speak too much Spanish. He said, because they might grab you. So there are people of light persuasion, brown persuasion, straight hair, kinky hair, old, young, children that are in school that can't concentrate on their studies because ICE has went into grammar schools and taken children out. So yes, they have. So we are living in a state of emotional apprehension and fear of what's going to happen next. And we have to get out of that grip of, well, I'm just going to trust in the Lord that everything is going to work out. And that's a good place to be, but there's nowhere in the Bible where there's no action. there's always action that follows that faith.
Yes,
There's
sir.
always action. So
Yes,
we
sir.
have to take action and find out what our legal strongholds are.
Yes, sir.
That's what we have to do. But we sit back and wait for the great black or brown hope. And this is not, this is something that we have been has been introduced into us for a long time. We always wait for a black or brown Superman to pop up. Cesar Chavez, Martin Luther King, somebody going to pop up and save their people. We have this black and brown Jesus mentality. That's what we're looking for. But there are people, as a matter of fact, if she's available, I would love to see an interview with Claudette Colvin. Claudette Colvin is still alive. Not by 9 or 10 months before Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin was 15 years old and she refused to get up out of her seat on the bus. 15 years old. They handcuffed her and drug her off the bus. Now, there are a lot of Rosa Parks and a lot of Claudette Colvins. Okay, so that's what we have to do. Start taking individual stances. And we also need to educate our black and brown brothers and sisters and children on why are you going into an area? Why are you going downtown to visit the Bean? When you know that there are like 150 ICE troops down there, even though you're legally here, they still might grab you. Don't go into the hornet's nest. Don't talk about I'm not scared, because you will be saying that while you're in detention in Broadview. That's what you will be saying. And we need to recognize that they are gearing up, waiting for us to make the next move. Out in Broadview, ICE has the state troopers out there.
Hold up. We 7 minutes behind our first commercial break, so just hold on and let us come back. Don't go nowhere. We need to stay on that. And if you're watching, please share this video with somebody, because there's a plan and you need to know what it is. And today's show is sponsored by chicago.itex.com. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, and you need products or services and you are not with iTex, you're throwing money away, because I can give you $100 just to get started. Not out of my pocket, iTex money, which is recognized by the IRS. Just wanted to share that with you. And also, if you'd like to have your business promoted on the Female Solution radio show over 20 times a week, email Naima Latif at gmail.com, and stay close, and we will be right back.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our global virtual teen talent contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network.
Hi, I'm Brandon. Hi, I'm Akil. And you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
Children from the Betty Shabazz International Charter School. Our children are phenomenal. Oh, I learned so much. I thought I was going to teach them podcast training. They taught me so much, and I didn't want to learn most of it, okay? But I'm just saying, phenomenal children. But today's show is sponsored by iTex, and Dr. Lawrence Lenior is here with us as he continues the conversation. I hate to have to cut you off, but I had to, because I didn't want to hear Naima's mouth about, girl, you missed a commercial break. Okay, so I got the commercial break here, Naima. But we got to prepare. We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to prepare. We just can't. Well, because when you say, when I said, why are they in her apartment? I didn't have the backstory, and you had it. So thank you so very much for sharing that. So please proceed.
So one of the things that we need to do is go back to the basics. You
Mhm.
know, when I was working a secular job, if the supervisor wanted to teach a person a lesson about being late to work all the time and all that, he would say, "Well, I'm gonna give you a 3-day suspension." Well, you straighten up your act then, because that dips in your pocketbook. If you want to get people's attention, dip in their pocketbook.
Say
So
that.
now here we are going out. It's good that people protest, as long as they do it in a fashion where nobody's going to get hurt. However, all these communities have aldermen. All of them have a congressman. All of them have a state representative. This city has a mayor. So therefore, if these communities go to their alderman and petition him, you need to do something and keep us updated on exactly what you're doing and what's happening in city council and in the state, or we're not going to vote for you to be back in office because you're not serving our community. We're a black and brown community, and all we see you doing is talking. What other steps are you taking? Who are you aligned with? What's going on in Washington? Because as the public, all we know is what we see online and on television, but
Right.
most we hear gossip, and that's what a lot of us go by, sadly. But we need to put pressure on these politicians who are making $90,000 and $150,000 a year plus perks, and all they're doing is just giving us lip service, even though it bothers them also. But if their hands are tied, let us know. This is why my hands are tied, because of the powers that quote unquote be. They are running this and that, and I want to keep my job, so I'm going to play ball. I'm just going to act like that. I'm really trying to help you people. A lot of them do that. I know that personally. But we have some dynamic politicians in office that are there to help the people. But my cry is to the community. Hold these people accountable. You hold your husband accountable. You hold your wife accountable. You hold your children accountable. If your neighbor's dog poop on your grass, you hold him accountable.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the man or woman that's over what happens in your community and goes down to Springfield or Washington, D.C. or City Hall to vote for what's going to happen economically in your community, you don't hold them accountable. All they got to do is give you a ham or a turkey and kiss your baby, and you put them back in office, and they living a lavish
And it's a
lifestyle
wrap.
while you sitting up paying.
Come on now. Teach. Because you don't have to do that. You do not have to accept what they give you. We become too
Right.
complacent. We become
Right.
too comfortable. It is in the action of the uncomfortableness that we
Yes.
begin to move. You
Yes.
can't, a bird can't fly sitting right here. The bird got to get
Right.
off the ledge and move out. And speaking of birds, I saw so many birds on the cruise, and I was like, wow, is the spirit trying to tell me something? I mean, it's just birds everywhere. Oh, and one of them, there was a bird experience. We were sitting in the cafeteria, and there was a loud thud, and we knew it wasn't something emergency or something, but we didn't know what it was. And I just happened to look behind me, and there's a man sitting there with a bird in his hand. And the bird is so, the bird has to be small in the hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes we have to get small. We got to shrink and get out of our ego so that we can help not only ourselves, but our community.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to our viewing and listening audience today, are you that person? Are you going to be that bird and fly?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking. We would love to know, and we would love for you to post your comments too on our YouTube page, Higher Learning TV Show. And I am going to scroll down just so you can see. If you have not subscribed, thank you today for subscribing, liking, and sharing. So when you go to YouTube, because I didn't know this, I'm a little tech challenged sometimes. When you go to youtube.com/, you have to put the @ sign at Higher Learning TV Show. So that will show up. Okay, so I just want to share that with you. What you see here is a bunch of good footage. I spent half the night trying to get it up before to show this morning. A ton of footage from the cruise, but more importantly is the information that I did not well, I am sharing it now, and let me go to one of the videos. All of that is getting into. This is what I want to show you. That's from the cruise, but I want to show you the work that we do on the Higher Learning Network. Am I showing you that? No, am I showing you? You're not seeing it. I'm trying to show it to you. You don't even see it. Okay, so let's go back here. Don't know what happened to that. But anyway, when you go to our YouTube channel, Higher Learning, just scroll down. You'll see the work that we do. But I want to pull up one so you can see where Tony is doing the work that we need done because we can't do it on our own. Okay, so it's not. Oh, you know what? Okay, I got it. Here it is. The work that we do, we cannot do it alone. We have to remind people that it's not, well, I'm sorry, not remind people. I'm reminding myself because I'm the one that needs the reminder. You are not in this alone. You have to ask for help when you need it. And we always need help. And that is not what I want to show you. The computer is offering me something that I don't want. So I'm going to get out of everything but that so you can see this. All right, here we go. For those of you who are watching, this one is called Chef Tony Makes a Difference. And this is the difference. This is the work that we do in the community. And I want to share that with you, feeding our unhoused neighbors.
All right, sir.
We got turkey and cheese sandwiches. Got it. Everything is in the one bag. That's the clothes. That's not for food. Yeah, that's the ladies' course. Just grab a sandwich, a bottle of water, and a drink. I don't know what I do without Tony. I don't want to know either. We're very grateful for all of our sponsors. I threw the drink. The water's right there. It's right there. And for those who listen, and sometimes if you can't give financial assistance, you can always share this video. You can always tell someone about the work that the Higher Learning Network does. It's not about me. I've been homeless, so I understand what that feels like, and it is not a good feeling. And I'm thinking to myself when I'm in Miami before we get on the cruise ship, I was like, if I was homeless, I would have to, unhoused, I would have to find a way to get to Florida on a bus or train, something, because sleeping on these streets in Chicago is no good. I saw what it did to my little brother. It ruined his health. Teeth falling out, breath smells horrible because he has issues going on in here. So I understand what that's like, and it's not a good feeling. So if you would be so kind for all of our listeners today to share this information, because you never know when it's going to happen to you. I've been there. I'm totally unexpected. Working every day. Do you know Van Life on YouTube? Chat, please go see it. You'll know what I'm talking about. If you would like to help, we would love to receive your assistance. Thank you, Mrs. Deborah Smith from Move Around with Deborah. She is the third Move Around with Deborah every third Saturday from 12 until 1 p.m. Also, Mr. Lucas for the socks. We always need men's socks and shoes. They need sizes 10, 11, 12. So if you got men's shoes, we need those too. Doesn't matter what condition they in, just give them to them. They just need some feet. The man asked Tony to take his shoes off. He said, can I have them shoes you got on your feet, bro? What did Tony do? He took the shoes off and gave them to him. He had
That's
got a
right.
million pair of gym shoes, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay, all right, now hallelujah, praise the Lord." So he did that. So when you leave out in the morning, take a bottle of water, a snack, a cookie, a sandwich. Take something because you never know when your day coming. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just saying we all in this together. And Big Mama used to be back in the day. We all looked out for each other. Now we grown up. We all snooty. We living, making money, and all this kind of stuff. And we ain't thinking about nobody but us because we trying to go shopping. Mm-mm-mm. The universe is watching, and there's something called karma, and you want it. Good karma anyway. So please listen to the spirit within and listen to what it tells you to grab out the refrigerator or off the shelf and take. If it ain't nothing but a box of crackers beat nothing. Okay. So thank you very much for that. Cash App, you can is $ ZeldaSpeaks, the number 2, Venmo, Higher Learning Network, NFP, and Zelle. You got to email me, ZeldaSpeaks@gmail.com. And for PayPal, higherlearningnw@yahoo.com. And thank you, Dr. Lawrence Lenoir, for your continued support and spreading the message and the work we do and your financial support, because everybody who donates makes a difference. They're asking for tents now because even though most of what we serve is underground, it's better than being out in the element, but they still need to be protected from the elements. So I just wanted to say that. So thank you so very much for being a part of this experience this morning, and thank you for sharing this information, because you're part of the village. Everybody watching this show, you are part of the village, and you just can't ignore the roots that grandma and big mama put down. That ain't healthy. You don't want to do that because they'll be in your ear. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I told. Mm-hmm. So listen, okay. So I just wanted to say that and get that out of the way. And we've got a comment here. Vienna Robinson, my sister from another mister, says, "I'd like to fly away from grandchildren today." I know they giving you the blues, girl. But somebody somewhere wish they had grandchildren and they don't.
That's right. That's right.
I ain't one of them because I got your 2. That's good enough for me. So thank you so very much for sharing that with us this morning. And thank you, our viewers and listeners who are with us in this journey. And the journey continues. So now what do? What's our next step?
Well, first of all, let me give, what our next step is, we have to support each other's communities. We have to come together and support each other's community, because what's happening to my neighbor will happen to me next. So we have to support our communities by supporting the children in our communities, black or brown, whether they're Christians or Muslims or Hindus. It don't make a difference. They're children, no matter what country their parents are from. And for the simple fact of humanity's sake, number one, but also I just want to encourage people about the female solution. This channel is so important because you never know where you're going to be tomorrow and where one of these children are going to be tomorrow. There was a young girl whose parents were separated from each other by force. Her mother and her lived in poverty, and then her mother remarried a man. Her mother got a job as working in a laundromat, so to speak, and cleaning clothes. And she met a gentleman, and they got married. Well, when that gentleman died, then the mother and the daughter went back into an impoverished state. So this daughter done been through this by her family being torn apart by society and societal norms at that time, and through a divorce. I mean, through death. Now, here's the key. This was a child. But let me tell you something. Just like these children that are being torn from their parents today, this young child name was Maggie Lena Walker. She ended up being not only the first black woman president of a bank in the United States, but the first woman president of any bank in this country. Now, she went from her impoverished state financially and mentally, as well as being bankrupt emotionally, but not spiritually. And she continued to fight the good fight of faith, and she made it to a place where people would not believe she would be, even if Jesus told them.
Ooh.
So this is our encouragement to the young people, to the older people, to our sister sitting at home with her 2 grandchildren. We want to remember that there are goals that God has for these children that we need to get on board and support and encourage them and protect them as a village. Find a way. But the first step is to let these people that are running our separate communities know we're not playing with you. We pay high taxes on food. We pay taxes on clothes. Our gas is going up. Our electricity is going up. Our rent and mortgage is through the roof. And you're not protecting us at all. We're paying your salary. So either you have to get on board and let us know what's going on in City Hall in Springfield and in Washington, D.C., and what you're doing about it and who you're partnered with, or you're not going to be in office next term. That's just the bottom line. We can put a pet rock in some wards that'll do better than some of the aldermen. So this is it. We need to be more aware. See, we protest and yell and scream and get on Channel 7 and when they interview, what happened here? Well, the ICE came and they blew down doors and all that's fine. But what do we do now?
Yes.
See, we done got so comfortable with destroying our own community that when outsiders come in and destroy it, it's just another day for us. And it shouldn't be like that. We need to bond together. And the people who are in our community, whether they're aldermen, whether they're congressmen, whether they're pastors, if they're not serving the people, if all they're giving is lip service and throwing a few crumbs of bread out, get rid of them. We don't want the crumbs. We don't want the slice. We want the whole loaf because we're paying the cost for it, not only financially, but with our very life.
Yes. Well said, Dr. Lenior. Financially, physically, emotionally, we are carrying this trauma around with us every day, and we wonder why we snap on each other. You better say that.
Yes. So
thank you for sharing this information with our audience, our viewing and our listening audience. And for those of you who didn't get it, of course, I'm going to post updates on my blog, which is ZeldaSpeaks.wordpress.com. And I'm going to pull it up for you and let you see it so you will know that you are at the right place. And that is where you see my girlfriend, Deborah Boo. That's what we call her. Her name is Deborah Wright Peterson Smith. But it was her birthday, October 4th, my bestie of 60 plus years. There she is. And let me play this because we played it at the restaurant and I sat up there and cried like a big old baby, and I don't feel bad about it either. I was just showing my emotions. I couldn't, because I miss her. So, but anyway, you go to my blog and you will see that there. So, but we're gonna see.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Deborah Wright Peterson Smith. Happy birthday to you and many more. Woo! Miss you, Deborah. Love you, girl.
And that is my caramel. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I've never had gelato pie. There's chocolate around the edge and there's gelato in the middle, pineapple, and then it's caramel drip. Ooh, Lord have mercy. And let me tell you why I'm a little upset. Our first stop on the cruise ship was in the Dominican Republic, and it was hell. You know how they say hella hot? It was hell. And I almost passed out. So when I got back to the ship, I got water, but I also got some ice cream. And I ate the ice cream and it took my appetite, so I couldn't eat this. So I was a little bit upset. So I got over it because I'm still living. But I just wanted to share that with you. I was so upset and it looks so. All I did was taste. I haven't had gelato. I don't remember the last time I had gelato. It was so good, but I didn't want to be sick. Anyway, I digress. Thank you so very much for being here, a part of this. Oh, and woman, my skate buddy, she's the proprietor of where we skate every Thursday, and I'm there every other Thursday. But she asked me a question: did we know about the, what is it called? Okay, well, here it is. Oh, I'm going to post it on my blog, ZeldaSpeaks.wordpress.com, and I'm going to put it on Tumblr news too, tumblr.com/High Learning TV Show. It's talking about the King Alfred plan. Have you heard of the King Alfred plan? Probably not. I'm not the only one. So if you haven't, go to our blog and you'll get a chance to read that. Closing notes. Ooh, it's 8:01. We're already over. Closing notes, Dr. Lenore.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to support those who support you. And sometimes the people that support you, you don't even know they exist, like the Higher Learning Network that supports people that are out there that could be you or somebody you love. And they also not only help the unhoused. Remember, there are children that are unhoused.
I had no idea there were so many children. I'm fine. They're coming up. I'm like, baby, what you doing?
Yes. And to be a child and not know where your next meal is coming from, to be a child and to have the person that's supposed to protect and nurture you not being able to protect and nurture themselves. You know, that's a travesty and emotionally draining and damaging in itself. But the Higher Learning Network shows up and shows out every day in places that you don't even know exist, on the lower Wacker, in some of the parks, along some of the railroad tracks, in some of these industrial places that are abandoned, places that you don't even know people live there, like you live in your comfortable condo, home, or apartment or room. So support the Higher Learning Network.
Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Lenore. We thank you. We appreciate you. And we hope that you will forward this email, Lord, yeah, it's time to take a nap. Forward this show to somebody. Stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned tomorrow morning for Gathering of the Griots with Asada, all things literary. You'll be glad you did. Give Heidi my love. Thank you so much, and we'll see you here tomorrow. Thank you so much. Love, peace, and hair grease.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, zhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
What a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. There's a handsome man coming my way. Oh, there is a handsome man coming my way. Hi there. What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Tony. And what I want you to do for me is, if you have Xfinity TV, tune in to the Higher Learning Network Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Wednesdays at 1 p.m., Xfinity TV channel 19. Peace out.